Prapannaparijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Geetamrutaduhe Namaha. Om. Dear friends, welcome to the study of Gita. We are seeing the 17th chapter, that is Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga, that is 3 types of Shraddha. And Krishna is now talking about food. Yesterday we saw that Krishna was talking. Krishna initially said, we are going to examine various human activities in the framework of these 3 gunas, that is Sattva, Rajas and Tamoguna. And he started talking about this Ahara. Ahara, as I said, anything we take, it may be drink, it may be Pepsi, Coke, or it may be some other drink, it may be some other juice, or it may be food, it may be fast food, it may be some other type of food. So, of course, in Krishna's days, probably fast foods were not there, only foods which were cooked then and there, only such foods were there. Or we do not know what type of fast foods were there. Maybe some type of snacks which were prepared and kept for some time, long time. It is quite possible. So, what type of food is liked by Sattvika people, what type of food is liked by Rajasa people and by Tamasa people. So, that we are seeing. So, yesterday we saw the type of food which is liked by Sattvika type of people. That is, the people, those people, they like foods which are which is still contain those nutrients, all the nutrients are not destroyed, and something which is freshly cooked, only when it is freshly cooked, then all the nutrients are not lost, it is not boiled half a dozen times. Then something which is tasty, something which is also having some oil or ghee, so such foods, and something which is going to keep you healthy in the long run, and also give, they also contribute to long life. Such foods are Sattvika foods. Then this Rajasa food, we were just reading the shloka, Katvamla Lavana Tyushna Tikshna Ruksha Vidahinaha Ahara Rajasasyeshta Dukkha Shoka Maya Pradaha. These are the foods which ultimately lead a man to Dukkha and also Shoka. Dukkha means something which is also not very, very pleasant while eating. Suppose you are eating a Karela. You are eating, suppose some people for the sake of health, they eat some raw Karelas, and some other people eat some raw lemons. So, these are the things which is something not very pleasant even while eating. And even after that also, they are not good. At a later time, they are also not good. Dukkha, Shoka. Dukkha is immediate. While eating also it is something not pleasant. Shoka is, after some time also, they leave that burning sensation in the stomach. So, Krishna, the first line if you see, Katu, Amla, Lavana, Atyushna, that adjective Ati, Ati means in excess. Anything in excess has to be avoided. So, the shloka is not saying don't eat Karela. The shloka is saying you don't take it directly. So, somebody who is eating too hot food and too pungent food, too bitter food, too much of sour, so that has to be avoided. Katu, Katu is bitter, something like Karela. Amla, Amla is something like something which is sour, something like a lemon or lemon is some citrus food. Lavana, Lavana is a salt in excess. Then again Ushna, Atyushna, that is extremely hot food. And Tikshna, Tikshna is what we call, we know mirchi, what we call chili. So, that chili also, some people they eat in that chili, raw chili. So, even that is a Rajasa temperament. Tikshna. Ruksha. Ruksha is something which is roasted, something which is roasted, that is extremely dry, that all the sap in the food is gone. The sap in the food is gone, and something which is maybe kept in the oven or something like that, the entire sap is gone, and something which is roasted. So, that is roasted and ruksha may be cognate words also, we have to check up, roast and ruksha. Then ruksha. Vidahinaha. Vidahinaha means daha. Daha means to burn inside. Vidahinaha means these are the foods which burn a person inside when we take in excess. Suppose you take in moderation and along with some other food, it doesn't, it gets absorbed. But if you are taking them in excess, then it is certainly going to cause some burning inside. Vidahinaha. Then maybe we have to include some alcohol also in this, because alcohol also, it burns inside. So, in such food also it has to be taken, because alcohol, so people do demonstrate how it burns. So, you put some, you just light a, what can we say, some some flame, just put some flame, and the entire alcohol gets it becomes a flame. It is ablaze. So like that, that is something we can imagine what type of damage it can cause inside. Then ahara rajasasya ishtaha dukkha shoka amaya pradaha. So what do they give? While eating also it is not very pleasant, that is dukkha. Kha means indriya. While eating also they are not pleasant. Shoka at a later time, causing some disease, etc. And maybe disease means, suppose we are eating some sort of putrefied food. Of course, putrefied food we are seeing in the next shloka. Some food which is extremely, say, sour, or extremely bitter, or extremely chilly, that is katu, tikshna. Tikshna is something like chilly. So these are the things which also cause some damage at a later date also. Then we eat, typical Indian food is mirchi bhaji we eat, typical mirchi bhaji. So we should not feel it funny that Krishna is also talking about such foods. Okay, Krishna in passing, all this discussion is in passing. In passing means while examining the sattva guna, rajo guna and tamo guna, in passing he is also talking about various types of foods. Dukkha, shoka, amaya pradaha. Then what about our tamo guna people? This tamo guna people, we see in the next shloka, that is 10th shloka. Yata yamam gata rasam puti paryushitam chayat uchishtam apichamedhyam bhojanam tamasa priyam. Tamasa priyam bhojanam, that is the bhojanam or food which is liked. Priyam, priyam is something which is dear. Bhojanam, food. Priyam is something which is dear to tamasa. Who are these? What are these foods? Yata yamam. So they don't mind eating yesterday's food. Yata yamam. For this word yata yama, there are two meanings, depending on how you split the words. For example, yataha yamaha, niyamaha. Niyama is a particular food has to be cooked in a particular way. Suppose you have to eat, you have to cook some rice or maybe some meat for a particular time. Suppose you are not following that prescribed method, you are not cooking it in the proper way, and maybe something which is half cooked or something which is improperly cooked. So that is yata yamam. That is yata nirgataha niyamaha, that is without following that prescribed procedure. For eating, for cooking also, suppose you have to put some amount, particular amount of water, a particular ratio of water, or while cooking mutton, you may have to cook in a particular way. So we are not following that procedure and we are eating some half-cooked food. That is one meaning. The other meaning is something which has been kept cooked some time ago, and again it is now again freshly heated up or something like that. So that is yata yamam. Then gata rasam. In the earlier shloka we saw about rasyaha, rasam. Rasam is something where the nutrients are very much there. Gata rasam means all the nutrients are gone, which means we can refer to all our foods which we prepare today and then keep it in the fridge for a few days, and then again whenever we want again we take it up, take it out and then heat it up, and then again if something is remaining again we keep it in the fridge. So that is gata rasam, where the essential nutrients are they have totally disappeared. Gata rasam. Then again puti, paryushitam chayat. Puti is very clear, that is something which is foul, something which is putrefied. Suppose we are eating some non-veg or some mutton or chicken, something, and God knows when that animal was killed, and with a lot of masala and all that, foul smell is something which is suppressed tentatively. If it happens in a hotel, maybe some foul meat, also foul means very putrefied meat, also may be there given with a lot of masala and all that. While eating you just don't feel. But immediately after that, then it will show its impact. So puti is something which is foul odor, something like that. Then pariyushitam. Ushitam is kept for some time. Pariyushitam is kept overnight. We have prepared the food today, we are keeping it overnight, eating it on the next morning. Maybe some rare occasions it is okay, but then not in a regular manner. Paryushitam chayat, that is kept overnight. Then uchishtam apicha amedhyam. Uchishtam. Here of course uchishtam is food may be slightly hot also, but then uchishtam, ut-shishtam. Some people have eaten, many people have eaten, and then something which is remaining, this man goes and picks it up. This is supposed to be avoided. But unfortunately we can't avoid. Nowadays suppose you attend any marriage, you stand in a long queue, and in that long queue you go and then take a plate like prisoners and all that, like go to the person, and we go and stand in the queue and then get something, and then whatever is eaten, everybody is eating, and then everybody is taking with the same hand, people are taking, and then with the same hand they are eating. So that is where we are likely to contact some diseases, likely to contact some infection also. So that is uchishtam, where people they go and then they speak and then they keep on talking, looking into the food, and then they keep talking. So that is where uchishtam literally means, in Telugu we call it engili. Engili is something which is left over. The literal meaning is ut-shishtam. Shishtam is something which is shesham. We know the word shesham. Shesham is remainder. Shishtam is something which is left over. Ut-shishtam, after eating, somebody has eaten and then something which is left over. Suppose we are eating that. That is again not very healthy. Then uchishtam apicha amedhyam. In fact, uchishtam is actually prohibited for a person who is observing all these strict rules of food, etc. In fact, there are certain mantras during Sandhya Vandana. A person is in the afternoon mantra, there is a particular mantra which says, afternoon Sandhya Vandana, there is a particular mantra which says, if I have eaten any sort of uchishta bhojanam, so let this apaha, this water which I am taking now, let it purify me. So these are certain prayaschitta mantras. Suppose unknowingly we have taken something, not knowingly, knowingly we have to avoid. Suppose unknowingly we have taken something. So for that we have to take some prayaschitta. For all the mistakes or faults committed by us unknowingly, we do some prayaschitta, we recite some mantras, and then we take some water, and then we say let that sin be gone. We'll just take a break and come back. Let us come back. Uchishtam, we were talking about that word. This uchishtam is something which many people they just avoid. Suppose you go to somebody's place and there is some leftover food. So these people they rather remain without food. They go without food instead of eating some uchishtam. So uchishtam is something which is not supposed to be taken. But okay, the tamasa type of people, they just don't mind. Even if it is kept in the fridge for a few days, these people they don't mind. So uchishtam apicha amedhyam. Medhyam is something which is fit for offering in a yajna. So what is the type of food which is fit for offering in a yajna? Usually our books, they do say, our Dharma Shastra Granthas, they do define what is the food. Maybe it may be Manu Dharma Shastra or some other Dharma Shastra. They do describe the type of food which is fit for offering in a yajna. So what is not fit for offering a yajna? In olden days I was telling you, yesterday I think I was telling you that they used to kill animals also. Some animals, only certain animals were supposed to be killed, not all animals, not some foul animals. For example, some animal which is eating some human waste. So such animals should not be killed. Only some jungle animals, some particular identified jungle animals which were supposed to be only that to vegetarian animals. So they are to be sacrificed. So we find such animals. I was telling about Ramayana. In that Ramayana, Dasharatha, when he performs that Ashwamedha, there you find that various types of animals. So if we are interested, you can see that. So medhyam is something which are fit for offering. Amedhyam is something which is not fit for offering. Something which is uchishtam, definitely it is not fit for offering there. Suppose some leftover food you are offering as an naivedyam to God. How is it possible? So we are not supposed to do that. So here amedhyam bhojanam tamasapriyam. So suppose we are giving food to a guest, let us say. So here we are talking about uchishtam. Uchishtam should not be eaten. Some people, they misinterpret it. They say, suppose a guest comes to your house, you eat first and then give food to the other man. That is what they say. That is totally wrong. When an atithi is there, when you are feeding a guest, the guest has to be given food first. That is not called uchistam. Uchistam is a totally different sense. Uchistam is when you are going to some place and then some leftover food, some huge, suppose you are going to a marriage function or some other function where everybody has eaten and some leftover is there, we are not supposed to eat that. That is because for health reasons only. And sometimes they don't even wash the plates properly, and in those plates you do take. So all types of problems will be there. So here uchistam, when a guest comes, we have to give food to the guest first. So we should not think that after the guest eats, then it becomes uchistam. We should not think so. After the guest eats only, then only, in fact, in olden days they used to ask, Anna shesha kim kriyatam, ishtais sahabhujyatam, Anna shesha kim kriyatam means, whatever with the leftover food, what shall we do? Okay, you eat this food. So the atithi will say, so like that, atithi has to be fed first. So this should not be mistaken that you have to eat first and then give to the food, give to the guest later. Then we come to the next shloka. Food is over. Fortunately, the food is over because food is something which appears to be a rather trivial subject which is discussed in the Gita. It appears to be like that, but that is also in passing. Krishna is making a passing reference to the type of food we eat, the type of, because the food we eat is also very important, because the food is what determines our mind. The food we eat is what determines our temperament also. Then now we are coming to yajna. What are the types of yajna? Again, we find that this satvika yajna, rajasa yajna, and tamasa yajna. So first we see this satvika yajna. That is 11th shloka. Aphalakankshibhir yajnyo vidhi drushto yajyate yashtavyameveti manas samadhaya sa satvikaha. So aphalakankshibhihi yajnyaha vidhi drushtaha ya yajyate. Yaha yajnyaha vidhi drushtaha aphalakankshibhihi yajyate. That is anvaya. Anvaya means that word order. So a particular yajna which is performed by people who do not desire the phalam, who do not desire the fruit of that. Where did we hear this word? Phalakanksha, phalabhisandhi, etc. We heard in second adhyaya, third adhyaya also. That is, you are doing a particular ritual without seeking that punyam, without seeking the phalam. Phalam is that punyam. We are not talking about some secular action. In Karma Yoga, our mind has to be very clear in understanding Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means, it does not mean that you are going to your office and then doing work and then from morning till evening and you are not taking a paycheck. Not like that. We are referring to karmas which are mentioned in our scriptures. For example, a puja, a vratam, a yajnam. These are the karmas which we do for some punyam, for getting some. We are trading with the God, let us say, okay, I will come to Tirupati and I am going to give you this much when you give me this contract. So we are entering into a trade. So that is the reason why in lot many stories, when we see the vrata katha, etc., they talk about some vartaka, they talk about some trader. A trader who says, okay, I will perform Satyanarayana Vratam after this tour is over. And after that, he thinks, okay, I will perform my daughter's marriage, and during my daughter's marriage or after performing my daughter's marriage, I will perform this particular vratam. So he is actually trading with the God. So all human beings are called traders there. So it is not as though the books are referring to one particular community called Vaishya community. So usually there is a likelihood that Vaishyas, they do misunderstand those stories. It is not something which is targeting or ridiculing the Vaishyas. It is targeting all of us. It is saying that don't trade, don't do this business with God. Okay, I am going to give you this much of 5% cut. Okay, to politicians some 5% cut, some bureaucrats some 2% or 1% cut, and to God also 2% cut. So this is something we are trading. So that is what is mentioned here. Abhisandhayatu phalam. We are seeking the fruit, we are seeking some karma phala. Of course, we may have a question, don't we have desires at all? After all, we pray to God for, say, for our children's health, for our children's education. okay, we can keep some list of minimum desires. To that, of course, Krishna does not say that, but being practical people or intelligent people, we can keep some little bit of, we can stretch it a little bit. Whatever is the basic minimum list, we can keep. A seeker, of course, a seeker should not have that also. A seeker has to go beyond all these things. But I am talking about an ordinary man. An ordinary man, okay, he is now, his child has to grow up, his child has to come up well. So he may be praying for his child, such things, they are okay. But a person should not go beyond a particular limit. So here we are talking about kamya karma, where a person performs a yajna. I need some, I want this punyam, I want this particular phalam. So karma phalam abhisandhaya, phala abhisandhi. This is again a word which we saw in 2nd chapter and 3rd chapter. That is seeking the fruit of that karma. So abhisandhaya tu phalam. Oh, we are now talking about 11th sloka. Aphala kankshibhi. Now we are now talking about satvika. We have not come to rajasa. So satvika person, aphala kankshibhi. He is not seeking the fruit of that karma. Yajnaha vidhi drushtaha. Vidhi means for every karma there is a particular procedure. Oh, hey, you have to do this. You have to invite so many people, Rutviks, and so much of so many mantras. All these are the types of mantras which have to be recited, and this is the particular type of karma. You have to sit in a particular manner. You have to spread that darbha in a particular manner. You have to pour water in a particular manner. For everything there is a procedure, vidhi. That is called vidhi. Vidhi means a particular prescribed procedure. And why is this vidhi there? If we see, that probably it is somewhat like a military discipline. When you see the army, if you see something, particularly a Chinese army or something like that, it is such a well-disciplined force where even from a long distance, if you see them march, the march is so perfect. It is as though one particular body is moving. Even if 100 people are moving, it is as though one particular body is moving. So that is why do they do that? That is the discipline. So something similar we find in rituals also. Something similar. Suppose somebody is performing a yajna here in Hyderabad, somebody is performing in some other place, let us say. There is absolute similarity. Absolute similarity. So this mantra is same, the procedure is same, and then the way in which the fire has to be lit, and the way in which the yajamani has to sit, yajamani has to also recite some mantras now and then. So these are the things which are absolutely uniform. So maybe for the sake of uniformity and also for the sake of discipline, so that people will not do as they want, and that will look rather funny. Everything in a very, very indisciplined manner, it is not correct. So in order to instill some amount of discipline, that vidhi probably was mentioned. So here this satvika person, he is following that vidhi. Vidhi drushto ya yujyate, yaha yajnaha yujyate, a yajna which is performed like that. Then yashtavyameveti manassamadhaya, manassamadhanam. This is a very, very important thing. Manassamadhanam means he has understood the concept, he has understood the philosophy well. He has understood the philosophy or the purport of that particular yajna. I am doing it as a sort of duty. Yashtavyam means it is my duty to perform. Yashtavyam means I have to, this is something which has to be performed. This is something which is my duty. That is, a karma yogi, he does not avoid action. Karma yogi performs action, but he does that he does that karma or performs that karma with that Ishwararpana buddhi. I am offering this to the samashti. So there is a question of vyashti and samashti. Vyashti is the individual. This individual, when he is performing a karma, he is performing for the sake of that samashti. That is, he is, we used several terms at that time when discussing karma yoga. That is the individual who is working for the, in tune with the cosmic will, or in tune with the cosmic plan or cosmic scheme of things. So an individual who is putting himself in the shoes of the Lord, who is aligning his will with the cosmic will, aligning his will with the divine will. So these are the terms which we saw. So that is the spirit here. Yashtavyameva. Yes, it is my duty to do this. It is my duty to perform this yajna. Because these Dharma Shastra books, they also talk about certain duties to be performed by a Gruhastha. For example, a Gruhastha, he has to perform a yajna. He has to perform a yajna. Jata putraha, Krishna keshaha, yajeta. Suppose some rule says, what does it mean? Jata putraha, a person who has got a child, maybe son it says, it may be son or daughter, whatever it is. Krishna keshaha means still when your hair is still black, that means a young man who has married and then who has not yet got some white hair, grey hair. So at that age, he has to perform yajna. That means as soon as he marries, when he is young, sufficiently young, he has to perform yajna. So why? You should not wait till you become old and all that, because you are supposed to be a good role model for your son. You are supposed to have some good, exercise some good influence on the boy. So for that reason. So a person who is in that karma yoga mode, he may or may not, he will not seek the fruit of that phalam, but then he is doing it as a matter of duty. So there are several things like that, Panchamaha Yajna or like that. So all these things he does as a matter of duty. Ashtavyam eva iti manas samadhaya. Manaha samadhanam. Samadhanam means what? Samadhanam is proper understanding. Samadhaya, samadhi. Samadhi, what is the meaning of samadhi? Samyak adhiyate manaha. That is, you have properly understood and kept the mind in a balanced condition. So the mind is in perfect harmony. So that is with a perfect understanding, with a proper understanding and a proper understanding, he is doing that yajna. So such yajna is called sattvika yajna. So there are 3 points told here. Aphala kanksha, that is, one should not desire phalam. Then vidhi drushtaha, one has to follow the procedure. And then again yashtavyam eva, he is doing it. Yes, this is my duty. And then with proper understanding, manas samadhaya, with a proper understanding of that spirit of that yajna, he is performing it. So all the 3 conditions, all these, maybe all the 3, if not conditions, okay, all the 3 factors, let us say, all these 3 factors, they constitute a sattvika yajna. And if these factors are not there, that yajna gets vitiated. So we are going to see the Rajasa Yajna and Tamasa Yajna later. In the next shlokas, we will see them tomorrow. Harihi Om Tat Sat.